Good evening and welcome to Auburn, Maine. It's men's soccer tonight. The Central Maine Community College Mustangs taking on the visitors from Husson. It's another friendly for CMCC. The Eagles have played a couple of competitive matches so far. They come in with a record of 1-1. I'm Rob Kennedy along with Rob Munzing, and always fun to kind of have these matchups too, as it gives teams a chance to work a little bit, but to also compete against teams and players that they're not seeing every single day, so the intensity level rises. And they call these friendlies when you talk about soccer globally, but they don't really become friendly after 5 or 10 minutes. These will seem and be played like regular season contests that will count.
Well, it's a great opportunity, as you said, one for the CM men to get a good level of competition. Husson's a really tremendous program, and of course for Husson, they're able to use some of the kids, the new kids that have come into the program this year, or we're going to see some of the new faces for them. They get a chance to build their depth within their program as well, and of course the visiting schools love to come here because on this pitch they've got a full-length field, a full NCAA with field, regulation field to play on, one of the prime areas to play here in the state.
And not a bad trip down from Husson either in Bangor, about an hour and a half and change to get down here on a beautiful night for soccer. 68 degrees as we kick things off, and really no wind to speak of. It was breezy the last time we played here this past weekend on Saturday, but no real wind to speak of right now.
So once again, called as a friendly. And so the teams will be able to get going here and take a look at what we have going here out of the gate. Yeah, Drake, you can step to the side a little bit right now, and we'd get one of our new student interns here.
Always more and more as we add to the roster at Munzing Media, and we're underway. Central Maine wearing the reds at home. Husson out there in the black and greens. He's in the back third now. Good step up by Pablo Morato of Husson to take that. And step over by Feldman as well, the freshman. So they'll play that back. Infante, who stepped in front of. Central Maine in the back third again. They're patient, exploring some options. Zubair Abdullahi played that forward, but Husson back on the ball once again. Intercepted by Abdurrahman Farah. He's number 6 out there in red. Infante now with plenty of time played back to the keeper. That's Sam Cusson, a senior from Merrimack, New Hampshire, starting things out today. Coach Gavin Penny said he would likely use 2 keepers today, each playing 45 minutes. We'll expect the same thing for Central Maine. Davin Cloutier, who played the second half, and their 3-3 draw with St. Joe's this past weekend. He's starting the game. He's down between the sticks for Central Maine. That got through to Feldman. Feldman's a freshman from Manchester, England. Feldman trying to step inside. Centers to the 18 and booted away. Now Central Maine perhaps trying to counter here, but they gave that away to Infante. Domingo Infante trying to play that toward Kenny Penny, the Hampton native. There's a shot tipped over the bar. Good save by Davin Cloutier. Right out of the gates.
Yeah, Cloutier rangy there. He needed to be on that one as he was tested. Just got the piece of it, deflected it up and over the goalpost.
I think that was a familiar face for Munzing Media viewers on that shot, too, as well. Number 39, Josh Netto. Played for Halldale High School, so we saw quite a bit of him when he was in the high school ranks.
One of your former students, Rob.
Yes, he is. Pablo Morato. Numerous members from Madrid, Spain on this Husson team, and he'll set up. Left-footed to try to swing this corner toward the goal where Cloutier waits. That went behind the goal, certainly not the one he wanted. He shakes his head walking away, and Central Maine will take the goal kick. Well, it happens to the best corner takers. Saw it happen today in a Champions League matchup, in fact. And the player just scuffed it behind, so it can happen. Morato again with it. Central Maine having a hard time maintaining possession. Infante laid back to midfield. Stepping in front and taking that away, Romano Bassa. The flag is up, though, as he played that ahead to Ivan Dominguez. Dominguez is the guy they'd love to have with that opportunity. He scored a couple of goals in the exhibition game against St. Joe's, that 3-3 draw on Saturday. And Romano Bassa almost found him. The flag just went up. It was fractionally offside. But the linesman right there on the ball to make the call. Domingo Infante, who's seen a lot of the ball already. Playing that over to that far side. There's Manuka Pereira. It's one of those contests, too, where I just like to be on the field listening to it, given how many languages you might hear spoken in this game.
Exactly.
Husson with players from Spain on the roster, from Sweden, Munich, Germany. Great step up there by Maroto. Played by the 18 and booted away by Zubair Abdullahi. Infante with it again. They'll set things up. Christian Quinones, former Wesleyan Cardinal. That's out of play for a throw. Central Maine with a chance to set things up in possession. Don't keep those possession stats, but so far it's been one way. Isidoro Dominguez, number 8, was going to throw that. He deferred. Now it's Abdi Fattah Youssef, 22. Didn't have the ball long, though. He was dispossessed. Husson back on the attack. Bernson. Played that inside to Feldman for a shot, and he blazed that over the bar, but very threatening early stages for the Eagles. Don't have a scoreboard today. The board was hit by lightning if you didn't see our last contest. It wasn't hit by lightning during the last contest. You would have seen it during the game. We talked about it. Thankfully, that wouldn't be the case.
Yeah,
I'm not sure I'd come back. But the part coming in tomorrow, women play a big one tomorrow night against Southern Maine Community College. Scoreboard hopefully operational by then. They're optimistic that it will.
Yeah, Chelsea Watson, the assistant AD, says the part will be in tomorrow. They'll get it in and be set to go. Of course, it doesn't affect your viewing at all at home, as we use our own software for a scoreboard here. So it's all up to date. Time unofficial, but we'll try to check with the official during the course of the game to try to keep it on track as best we can.
If there aren't any goals or stoppages for cards, it's pretty easy. Just when we have those stoppages, then it's a little more difficult. Here's Isidoro Dominguez playing that out wide. Alexander Bruno. By Sasha. That'll be cleared. Not right down by Youssef. Youssef turning out of trouble, but didn't have much support there and was taken away by Feldman. Pablo Maroto. Quinones. Oscar Bernson. Husson doing a very nice job of switching fields. Neto played that back. Infante. Step around to get by Youssef. Over by the touchline, but stays in. Kenny Penny, a bit of a threat. Force the Mustangs to play that ahead. Possession here. Flag up once again. No one realizes it yet, but the flag is up, and now the offside called.
I think you highlighted it at the beginning, Rob. I don't know that there will be a better weather day during this season. 70 degrees, beautiful.
No wind.
Dusk will be setting in, and a bit before 7 we'll lose the sun, but it's going to be a beautiful evening.
A few more weeks, we'll have the lights on at 6 o'clock. Probably will not be wearing shorts.
We'll take it for sure.
Isidoro Dominguez had it for a moment. Central Maine now back with it, played out to Bassa on the run. First penetrating run for the Mustangs. Bassa left-footed. Give and go with Ivan Dominguez. Ivan Dominguez, excuse me. And that shot out for a goal kick.
Jacob, goal kick. Come on, goal kick. DC.
Opportunity for the Mustangs. It's still scoreless.
But when I arrived to set up a little after 4 o'clock, Rob, this complex was full of kids practicing baseball, softball. The soccer team was on the field with some drills. Fantastic to see.
Rob Rodriguez earlier on as he had his team wrapping up practice when I arrived. Played ahead to Feldman. The keeper comes out, sliding Cloutier. We picked that up. dispossessed. Tremendous play by Isidoro Dominguez. And again, they'll play it wide to Bassa with that great speed. He's got Ivan Dominguez going to goal. Ivan. Bassa. Scuffed the shot wide.
You get a little too deep on that one, I think.
Good.
Yeah, quite the angle.
Ball movement, though, between Ivan Dominguez and Romano Bassa.
Yeah, best chance of the game so far here for the Mustangs.
Mustangs scored very early in the 3rd minute in their friendly on Saturday against St. Joe's. A 3-1 lead in that contest. Had that deflect out into touch. It'll be a Central Maine throw. Youssef gets us back underway. We'll play that back ahead toward Isidoro Dominguez. Another throw in for Central Maine. 1-0 the score. Oscar Burnson from Kenny Penny. The only scoring so far. And he's setting up that goal with a very nice pass.
So he had bad audio cable, had to swap out. That's why the sound went off for a bit. Sound should be perfect now. Let us know online, please. Everything should be good.
Jacob Atwood wearing number 2. Let that roll out into touch. He'll take the throw, by the looks of things. So he decided to defer instead. Ball right in that midfield stripe as Youssef threw that in. Husson again quickly on the ball, looking up to attack. Quinones had to hesitate a bit as everyone was marked by the Mustangs in that situation. Domingo Infante now played that back. Infante wearing 17. Left-footed ahead toward Pablo Moroto. Moroto right across the face of goal. Still maybe an opportunity here. That was diffused. Back out to Burnson. Burnson has the goal.
Christian, stay.
Shot deflected right by the 18, popped ahead and headed away. Back toward Daoud, number 10. He was out jumped by a little bit, and Isidoro Dominguez got there to pop it away. Up over the top, maybe a chance now for Ivan Dominguez, where the ball had some spin on it and didn't bounce ahead the way he was hoping. If it had, he might have been able to split those two defenders and use his speed. Didn't get the carom he wanted. Neto racing. Battling over there with a Central Maine defender. That was Jacob Atwood, and it was. Substitutions now. Igor Dominguez coming in, number 9. He'll take Sasha Bruno's spot. And all three Dominguez on the pitch at the same time. Ivan, number 7. Isidoro, number 8. And Igor, number 9. Daoud. Play that ahead to Romano Bassa, who had a goal in the 3-3 draw with St. Joe's on Saturday. Feldman. Got an overlap there with Quinones, but played it back as Central Maine sniffed that out pretty well. Infante, fancy footwork, but down to slide to knock that away, Daoud, but still in possession. Husson. Quinones. Nobody there in black. Now played back once again. Daoud. Had that pop up on him. Echeverria, number 21, was there. Echeverria, a freshman from Caracas, Venezuela. Love to be able to have graphic for all the flags represented by players in this contest. It'd be a bunch of them. Good tussle going on there with Ivan Dominguez and Christian Quinones. Now maybe a counter here. Good speed down that right wing, Romano Bassa. Husson back to defend. Bassa switched to the left foot. And that ends up booted away. It was Patricio Regatas, the freshman, who made that clear. Youssef. Youssef in a battle with Oscar Burnson. Thought his jersey was pulled, but play continues. Flag is up on the near side, offside the call. Some of the Maine players trying to get their communication set. It's the third offside called against Central Maine. Husson doing a very good job being aware of where those attackers are and stepping up to trap them offside. Carlos Echeverria played that toward Moroto. He got through to Moroto after it was missed by Abdullahi. Moroto into the area. And great work by Abdullahi to get back after he was beaten on the first play. Conceding the corner in that situation, but took away a scoring opportunity.
We sometimes get blocked down here with the bench.
I can tell you, though, the corner will be taken by Oscar Burnson, number 14. Set up right-footed, trying to swing this in toward goal. His Eagles with a 1-0 lead, and he's the one who provided the score so far. Corner headed away. Cloutier called corner, but the fullback stepping up and doing the work instead. An effective clearance. Echeverris. Husson played ahead again, headed away again. Lubot, I believe, got the head on that, and there he is again with that right foot to flare it away. Igor Dominguez had to switch direction. Played back, trying to go all the way across to Romano Bassa running this down. Bassa in the area, has one man to beat, but was forced back. Crossed by the 18. He had Daoud there, but the pass behind him. There's an opportunity, a rising shot over the bar by Igor Dominguez. That'll allow Moses Lumo to get into the game. And you'll see him jog on right now. Moses number 18. About halfway through this first half. Abdi Fattah Youssef will come off. And Lumo has taken his spot. Lumo quickly with his first touch in the contest. Out wide to Bassa. Good work by Murata to make that steal. And the foul called against Daoud, who had his hands around Domingo Infante. A free kick awarded to Husson.
Can we remind our fans, don't get caught up in any of these scams. Don't go anywhere from this page. This is your site for all of Central Maine athletic streaming for the whole year.
I don't ask you for a credit card to watch a Mustangs game. Forget about it. Feldman trying to go all the way across the pitch. It was intercepted. Played ahead to Lumu. Lumu back outside to Bassa. Bassa switched to the left foot. Trying to look ahead for Ivan Dominguez. The high Karen played down. Igor had that. Now it's Moses Lumu. Lumu, the younger brother of the keeper last year. You know Lumu. Played most of the time in the goal for the Mustangs last season. Popped high up by Burnson. But headed away again by Central Maine. Empty space over there. Daoud gets there first. There's Bassa. Daoud on the overlap with him. And he had his pocket picked by Pablo Maroto, who's very hard to get around. Maroto, a sophomore, kind of started his career off with a bang. He won the North Atlantic Conference Rookie of the Week in his first week a year ago, back in September of 2021. Goal and 3 assists for the sophomore in his Husson career. Maroto again. Lumu tried to take that away from Burnson. He was eventually dispossessed. Atwood played out wide. And getting it just a little bit late. Romano Bassa. Burnson battling a couple of Mustangs. His pass intercepted. Knocked ahead as they were looking for Ivan Dominguez. It was well away from him, and Sam Cusson could play it ahead. Cusson, the Husson keeper. Tried to shield that ball away, but lost it at the end. Now it's Burnson. Will Feldman. And a yellow card given. I think that was to Nate Chamberlain. It was, number 29. It was behind the play, and I'm not sure exactly what the Husson sophomore did to get the caution. So the 26th minute here, 20 minutes to go or thereabouts. The goal came within the first 10 minutes. Just the one so far. Isidoro Dominguez in a bit of traffic. Played toward Bassa. There's Moroto again. And a foul called as Lumu got mixed up. Was that Lumu? Was that Daoud? That's Daoud. And the referee trying to put his stamp on the game right now. He doesn't want the conversation from the players. I wonder if that's what got Chamberlain the yellow card. It didn't seem like he was mixed up in contact with anybody.
No, it didn't. I heard the official say that I'm not putting up with it.
Right. Had enough of it or not putting up with it. So
set the tone early.
He's done that here in the first half with a 1 card. Moroto. A little time and space here. Here comes Bassa to force the issue. It's played out.
Up and over our way.
An injured player on the pitch. I was looking to see who that was. There was nobody down until now. Maybe a cramp, it looks like, one of the Husson players.
Sir, what do we have for official time, please?
It's Will Feldman who is up. Feldman can stay in the contest. They're saying it's a dead leg. It's up to the Husson coach Gavin Penny to keep him in or take him out. And Will Feldman would like to stay in the contest, and stay he will do.
Tried to get the official time, but I couldn't catch it from the official.
It's somewhere around 17 minutes to go.
Yeah, so we're at
17 and a half.
16:08, so we'll hold it just a bit and play on. Remember, our score's official, but the clock is not, because we can't sync it up with the clock that is normally on the scoreboard. So it's a guesstimate on our part. Sometimes what happens is I don't get to stop it immediately after a goal because I'm trying to make the replay on a goal. So
played ahead in the direction of Kenny Penny, but he's well out of his reach, excuse me, and ends up over the goal line for a goal kick.
mind you, you may see our camera changeable as Zach adjusts for the changing light conditions that we'll see here today.
Yeah, sun kind of fading now. It's not nearly as bright as it was. We'll go over the top again, and it almost worked out. Played casually there by Quinones, but in the end, he did the job quite well.
You know, he didn't panic with it.
He's kind of turned around a bit, and one of the Central Maine players making that run by him was Ivan Dominguez. We know Dominguez, what he can do when he's got the opportunity with a couple of goals on Saturday against St. Joe's. That's Oscar Burnson with it now. Burnson now on the right side of the field. He's been spending most of his time over here on the left, but he's switched positions. And there's a Husson throw. Neto gets us back underway. Burnson. Neto again, he's shielded off. And a foul called against the Eagles, a free kick to Central Maine. 30th minute of the 45 here in the first half. Game settled down quite a bit for the first 10 minutes or so. The first 10 minutes, it was all Husson. A little more even since then.
And kind of a reverse of the game that we saw on Saturday when the Mustangs got off to the fast start.
They got a quick goal within the first 5 minutes. And a 3-1 lead. And the Monks from St. Joe's came back to level the score 3-3. Here's Burnson back over here again, kept in well by Moroto. Quinones. Laid back to our Domingo Infante. Sophomore defender. Matched up with Dominguez right there. That's Isidoro. All three Dominguez still out in the pitch. Now making a run ahead, Manuka Pereira. His opportunity dies with the keeper, Davin Cloutier. Pereira is a freshman from Rockville, Maryland, but he was born in Colombia, Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka. Add another flag to the mix. It's one of the things people who really love the game of soccer really like is just the global appeal that it has and so many players from so many areas. I love seeing that represented in Maine.
And the beauty of our streaming is we can be anywhere in the world.
Yeah, you can watch
anywhere
this.
you are, you can watch.
Anywhere where there's a flag, you can see this contest.
That's exactly right.
And once again to Bernstein.
We got to get some bilingual stuff going here, Rob. Do I got to figure out how to do that? That'd be neat.
I've always wanted to learn another language. For a while, I thought it'd be Canadian French. I never quite mastered that one. Foul called against the Mustangs. A free kick here to Husson. A pretty good spot to feed one into the area. Bernstein again, perhaps? Miguel Morales coming in for Husson. It's Sasha Bruno about to re-enter the game for Central Maine. Josh Neto's come over here to the left side to take this kick. He's going to be joined by Morales down there. And Neto looks like he's going to defer to Morales to take the set piece. Morales' hometown listed as Caracas, Venezuela, but born in Atlanta and played his high school soccer down in the Sunshine State in Florida. Here's his free kick, and he'll have to do it again. Pretty good delivery. See what the referee is. He's going over into the goal. He's talking to the keeper. And chat going on there between Abdur-Rakib Youssef. He's the player getting a bit of a talking to. I think that's Kenny Penny next to him, and it is for Husson.
Now, they might have been in a pre-kick tussle.
They are still bumping a little bit.
They are.
Positive position in there. I think
they
that's what potentially might have drawn the referee's attention. And
And the officials all over it.
might yellow card both of them.
He's,
Actually, going to send them.
I don't know. You're going to send him off.
Yep. Not a red card, but just a situation where we're going to send them off for, looks like for a substitution.
Going to send them both off, I think.
Oh, yeah, they're both going.
Yeah, they're both going.
Yep. So, Ibrahim Dubai will come in. So the referees kind of saying that in a real situation, might have given cards to both players. Instead, he just wants to send them off to cool down and he'll put another player on. Player coming on is Gavin Carr. It's Carr to take off his warm-up and get on right now. He's spurting out to get into the play. That's number 37.
Yeah. Looked like hockey. They're changing on
It
the
really
fly,
did.
Rob.
Booted high, and it'll be a corner this time. Similar situation, just back in the corner. I'm not sure how.
Could you give me the time, please, if you could?
I tried to get the time from the official who's right in front of me, but he's
He's wearing his earpiece.
yeah,
and
he's
conversing.
they're
so I don't think
talking.
he can hear
Yeah,
you.
exactly right. And that's more important for them to do.
It's another corner for Husson here. They have a 1-0 lead. Good delivery, and again, a little bit of a miscommunication, I suppose, because Cloutier yelled keeper, but in the end, the right play made to head that away. Central Maine trying to counter. That was Bassa, but again, Husson back very quickly. Neto got a bit of a push in the back from Sasha Bruno. It's a free kick for
Pretty
Husson.
clear there. Bruno with the two-hander.
It's one of those situations you get away with once. Second time would likely result in a card. Sometimes you don't get away with that once.
Coach, I heard you got the time. Could you fill me in?
10:30 left.
10:30. Thank you.
You might have just heard the conversation with Rob Munzing, and Husson coach Gavin Penny. Easier for me to say. About 10.5 to go.
Yeah, Miguel, go! Miguel, go inside, Miguel!
Now we'll roll back toward the goal line. What's going out? And a little contact there with the keeper. And conversation between Raimundo Labata and Gavin Carr. Carr was the one who was going for the ball and made the contact. So what did I say earlier about this being a friendly that won't be friendly after 10 or 15 minutes?
Exactly right.
That's where we are. Into the first half. This is not friendly anymore. It's a competitive soccer game.
That's okay to do.
So we think we have our clock pretty well synced up right now. So
This is getting extremely chippy, in fact. Burnson, call for the foul as he had wrapped up Daoud. Daoud pops up. The referee is going to have to start putting cards out. That's Burnson who got shoved down. Gavin Penny wants control taken, and I can't say I blame him in this situation. It's getting chippy.
You gotta start getting his card out. That's right. What the hell is going on?
Husson bench is incensed, and they have a case. It's been kind of boiling over for the last 4 or 5 minutes, and it's
kind of
you wonder where
started.
it's going to go from here.
Started down that corner, Rob, with the infraction that was sent both players off in front, tussling for position. Coach says,
Hey, it's our guys. Look at him. Take control of the game. It goes both ways. I don't care. Just take control.
official says, I heard you. He's,
I would bet the next infraction that's anywhere borderline for a card is going to get one. That's deflected off the foot of the Husson player, Gavin Carr. A throw in now for Central Maine. Abdi Fattah Youssef will come back in. Moses Lumu, the man replaced for Central Maine. I'll get the lights on here in a bit.
Yes, going to need him.
Played ahead to Bruno. Nifty move by Dominguez, but his pass behind a teammate. Quinones trying to wheel through traffic. Got fouled. He'll take the free kick and wanted to take it quickly. He'll defer that to Pablo Maroto.
Now you're seeing the sky, beautiful sky here tonight at the athletic complex.
You really can't, as you mentioned earlier, Rob, you can't ask for a better night. And we'll get yellow cards here. Bruno's been booked. Pablo Maroto got up limping. So each team now with one player in the book. Nate Chamberlain got a yellow card for Husson earlier, and Sasha Bruno picks up his booking. Not quite ready at the point to kind of speculate or take a guess that perhaps we might not see one of these teams finish with 11 players. Not quite ready to say that yet. It's not that level, but had that card not come out, I would start to worry. Played away over to the near side. Shahini Kal. Now played ahead again, but well defended one more time by the Eagles. Played by the 18. It's a high carom. And Dominguez called for the foul, and it's a free kick now to Husson. And defender Chamberlain got spun around. He's the one down on the turf.
Where's your player? Where's your player?
Chamberlain's up. There's a Husson player over the near side who wasn't near that fray. Looks like he's dealing with a cramp.
Yeah,
I think that's Pablo Maroto.
The classic cramped posture, pulling back on the toes.
Maroto's still back out trying to work out that cramp, it looks like. Doesn't want to leave the field. Looks like he won't have a whole lot of choice.
The sun is decked down behind us. The lights are on, and the temperature has dropped about 7 degrees, Rob.
Didn't really much need my jacket earlier in the contest, but I do now.
Still very comfortable to play. I think halftime's going to be a good respite here for
I think
more the
halftime's-
decorum of things, Rob.
halftime can't come fast enough in this game. The teams kind of need a chance to kind of sit and relax and
Cool down a little bit. And
hope it doesn't pick right up again in the second half.
remember, our clock unofficial.
I have no idea how much time is remaining and how much was stopped for those cards. Here's Daoud. Getting away from one pursuer, still in possession. Daoud trying to work his way around Miguel Morales. Now it's Youssef. The flag is up for offside. Ika was trapped. Another free kick to Husson. They've been very good at that offside trap. Christian Quinones, the grad student, taking the free kick. A little too heavy by Morales. Possession back to Central Maine. Daoud. Played that to space. Flag stays down. This time the opportunity just blazed wide. Dominguez did not miss by much. That was Igor that time, trying to get himself on the score sheet. And that was close. Probably the best opportunity of the first 45 for Central Maine. Most dangerous looking opportunity at this point, that's for sure. Daoud set up Igor Dominguez nicely, and Dominguez just missed equalizing. That's headed back by Isidoro Dominguez. Gavin Carr, he's number 37 out there in black. Carr's got good wheels in possession. That's out for a goal kick. Abdullahi trying to get around Miguel Morales. Abdullahi again up that sideline. Played out quickly, well by Beckenbauer. Beckenbauer, a junior from Munich, Bavaria, Germany. Over the touchline. Dominguez tried to keep that in, just ran out of space. Foul called here. The referee coming over to separate the players.
Well, that was kind of
Another yellow card.
incidental contact right there, I think, Rob.
A foul for sure.
Yeah, a foul, but incidental. I don't think it was any intent
No,
there.
not that time. I didn't think either. I think in this situation, Abdullahi was booked more for time wasting than anything else. I think he kicked the ball away is what
That's
got
what
him
he
the
said,
yellow card.
yeah. So
The explanation being given to Kieran McCormick. Two players now in the book for Central Maine. Abdullahi joining Sasha Bruno. Quinones gets us back to open play, and they'll play it right back to him. And that long ball ahead, and it did get over the head of the defender. Played out wide. Beckenbauer picking himself up off the turf as a free kick. Another talking to from the official. I think this game got more unfriendly more quickly than the referee may have expected, and kind of wanted to give the players the benefit of the doubt in this contest by not providing cards. He actually said that earlier.
He did,
Unfortunately,
yes.
no good deed goes unpunished here, as the players may have taken a little too much advantage, and now he's trying to lasso the game and get it back under control.
yeah, it kind of reminds me of being a young middle school homeroom teacher.
I think that would be worse. The corner headed away. Maybe a chance to counter here, but not if Pereira has anything to do with that for Husson. Played into the area. Headed toward goal and in, and it counts. Central Maine players looking around to see if the flag had gone up. I think the goal's been awarded. It was headed home.
Well, let's look at it, Rob.
See if we can see where the players are in this replay. Here's the play ahead. And you can see the player behind the play, but that's not the one who headed it. The player who headed it was onside. And it's 2-0. The flag stayed down, and the goal awarded. A lot of confusion out there with the Central Maine defenders, however.
Yeah, they hardly moved.
They find themselves down 2-0. One of those games I think the Mustangs might take the first 45 and use as a pretty good learning experience here. And things they can work on and maybe a raise from their competitive contest this weekend on Saturday. Dowd. Too much green and black around him, had to play that back. Blasted ahead by Isidoro Dominguez. And that's the halftime whistle. Couple of goals, both to the visitors. Oscar Burnson scoring at the beginning part of the half. And we'll get confirmation on the second goal at halftime to find out exactly who got that second Husson goal. The one that the Mustangs thought was offside, but has counted. 2-0 at halftime here in Auburn. Central Maine with the lead over Husson on Munzing Media.
Have you heard about free college?
It's free.
It's free.
It's free.
Recent high school graduates from the classes of 2020, 21, 22, and 23 can attend CMCC for free. The free college scholarship pays 2 years of tuition and mandatory fees. No income or age limits. What are you waiting for? It's free.
Leaving CM with no debt is going to set me up for my future.
Visit cmcc.edu/free for details.
The New England Aviation Academy is Maine's only official service training center and service training partner. NEAA is strategically located at the Brunswick Executive Airport in beautiful Brunswick, Maine, which is on the Atlantic coast and only an hour to the mountains in the western part of the state. The aircraft used by NEAA to train our students and rent to current pilots are all technically advanced airplanes, have the Cirrus airframe parachute system, and are the newest model generation. We train in the best equipment in the marketplace, which not only ensures clients are learning to fly aircraft the industry is utilizing on a daily basis, but also is the safest and most reliable. NEAA's facility at KBXM includes a spacious heated hangar, classroom space, and a private briefing room, which make for an optimal learning experience. So, come fly our 2021 Cirrus SR20 and experience the Cirrus life. Coaches know you can't win a game without proper planning and execution. Let Gosline Retirement Planning coach you into a confident retirement. Here at Gosline Retirement, we provide that proper planning and help you utilize a step-by-step approach on all facets of your retirement planning. We provide guidance on income planning, wealth management, understanding taxation, Medicare and long-term care, and legacy and estate planning. We pride ourselves on working hard for those who have worked hard their entire lives. So, schedule your appointment today and let the team at Gosline Retirement Planning put together a retirement game plan for you. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munzing Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munzing Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation.
When I'm on the road speaking, I'm able to have sidebar conversations with everybody that wants to come talk to me. And I hear about their family and loved ones that are going through maybe cancer, maybe a critical illness, maybe something, being disabled from a job and not having the coverage that they need because their health care just didn't cover it.
I ask that you would allow one of our experienced representatives to come into your business so that we are able to educate you on the value of these very, very important products.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete. It's leveling the playing field for everybody. It provides a great opportunity, just the fellowship amongst athletes, get a chance to play against some different teams that typically don't get a chance to play against from different regions, different parts of the country. This kind of gives you an opportunity to kind of see where you're really at against everybody. Really good, like I said, just a great environment, well-ran tournament. It's a pleasure to be part of organizations like the USCAA.
Same thing as always.
Pass the front of the net.
All those little things to make you what you are.
0, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Sit right here.
Helping people is kind of ingrained into me. I am so glad that I chose to be here. It's a really great program.
Primary downs in the heart.
The instructors are super helpful.
They really do set you up to be successful in the field.
The new hospital simulation lab here at CMCC is a great addition.
It's as close to replicating real life as you can get.
We did an IV lab.
With a mannequin, it's nice to get your toes wet before you jump into a clinical setting.
Deep breath.
CMCC is the best place to start nursing. It's challenging, but you are learning.
You have a smaller size classroom, smaller ratio to instructors.
It's affordable.
It really provided me relief that I'm not going to accrue a lot of debt.
I needed to set myself and my family up for success after.
I'm going to come out of this able to actually practice as an RN in the real field. It's a wonderful opportunity.
I'm retired United States Army Staff Sergeant Travis Mills, formerly of the 82nd Airborne Division. In 2012, I was injured in Afghanistan due to a roadside bomb. It took portions of both arms and both legs, and through Walter Reed and 19 months of intense recovery, I was able to build myself back up, learn how to walk again, drive again, and take care of my young family. Since then, I have decided to be on the road speaking as a motivational speaker.
Life is all about perspective, all right? So for me, it's real easy. I gave a lot, but I didn't give everything. When I think about my situation, I'm lucky to be here.
When I was on the road speaking, I was hired by CBU Benefits. Ray Valley and Brian Heath brought me in to speak at one of their forums.
After hearing Travis's story, I was compelled to move forward with our relationship. We specialize in reaching out to employees and employers, explaining to them the value of supplemental health coverage. Accidents, cancer, critical illness, disability, and sometimes even death are events that happened in our lifetime.
When I'm on the road speaking, I'm able to have sidebar conversations with everybody that wants to come talk to me. And I hear about their family and loved ones that are going through maybe cancer, maybe a critical illness, maybe something, being disabled from a job and not having the coverage that they need because their healthcare just didn't cover it. After talking with Ray and Brian, telling them how much I really appreciate what they're doing, they decided that it would be just an awesome partnership if I became part of the team, not just as a spokesperson, but as an actual partner in the company. I have a message for everybody about supplemental benefits because I feel like everybody should be protected from life's unexpected events.
Accidents do happen. I ask that you would allow one of our experienced representatives to come into your business so that we are able to educate you on the value of these very, very important products.
We'll get a nice feel for what kind of night it is here in Auburn. It's a gorgeous night for soccer. Beautiful sky. Lights now on at the field here at Central Maine Community College. Mustangs with some work to do, down 2-0 at halftime. And a very interesting first half. The first 10 minutes really controlled by Husson as far as the possession was concerned. Central Maine battled back. It got real chippy in this contest. 3 cards awarded, 2 to Central Maine, 1 to Husson. The Eagles got out early in the first 10 minutes, and we'll show you the goal. You got to watch this pass by Kenny Penny. Penny right here will make this perfect, picture-perfect, inch-perfect pass. And there's Oscar Bernston right on the end of that. And Bernston, no mistake with that sweet finish as a pass into the back of the goal. 1-0 within the first 10 minutes. Things leveled out a little bit. Central Maine had more possession, just didn't turn that into scoring chances for the most part until this one. It was Igor Dominguez with the opportunity. Nice setup again. And Dominguez with the opportunity here. It's Daoud who will make the pass, and Dominguez just missed that one wide. Thought it was high at first, but seeing the replay, shooting for that top right-hand corner and just missed it wide of the post. Still 1-0 at the time. Game got chippy, as I mentioned, and really kind of got contentious at the end of the half. And Husson scored again. It was Gavin Carr, the local kid from Brewer, Maine, just across the river from Husson in Bangor. And got the goal off a corner kick is what it was. And that goal, actually, take that back, it was a long ball fed into the area that was headed home. And you'll watch the Central Maine players here just kind of looking around to see if that flag was going to go up on the far side for offside. It didn't. The referee awarded the goal in the last couple minutes of that first half. Carr getting the tally. 2-0 is where we stand here at halftime. Mentioned the 3 cards. Nate Chamberlain for Husson was the first one in the book. And then followed by Sasha Bruno and also Zubair Abdullahi, both getting yellow cards for Central Maine in the last 10 minutes of the half. So Rob Munsing, very interested to see what the second half's going to bring and just kind of the way, what the temperature of this game is going to be like when we go to the second half, because the referee was implored by the head coach of Husson, Gavin Penny, get your cards out, he said, take control of this. And we talked about it in the first half. I know what the referee was trying to do. He wanted to give the guys the chance to kind
being a friendly game.
To moderate and friendly like this. You know, it's not a countable game. Just kind of wanted to give the guys a chance to back off and not send anyone in the books. But unfortunately, the players really didn't cooperate in that situation, and it got chippy, and the referees had to go to his book. Hopefully we don't see much more of that here in the second half, and everyone stays on the pitch.
Well, as we said, maybe a cooling-off period at halftime. Coaches get to talk to their team and stress what this is about. This is a learning situation for both these clubs, and a lot of young kids playing for Husson, and the Mustangs, trying to get their lineup and try to get into the flow of how Coach McCormick wants things run. Remember, a new coach, a lot of new players, got to come together, get your systems down, try to find out, get on the same page, and because they got league play coming up here very quickly.
Yeah, they play Northern Essex Community College, a game that we will, of course, have on Munsing Media at 1 o'clock right here on Saturday afternoon. That's the first game that's going to be one that counts toward their season. The opening 2 contests with St. Joe's tonight with Husson, just friendlies overall. St. Joe's came back from a 2-goal deficit in the second half when Central Maine had the lead. The Mustangs now trying to do the same thing on Husson, but they have their work cut out for them. Here's Sasha Bruno. Trying to play that back. Booted ahead by Isidoro Dominguez. Going to go back toward Youssef. Instead, it'll be toward the keeper. I think that's Spencer Burnett in there now, and it is, the new keeper in the contest now for Husson.
Yeah, we're kind of in that tweener time where the lights are on, but it's dusk, so.
They're not really having much effect yet. They will, but not yet. So corner kick for Central Maine. Abdiraqib Youssef setting up left-footed, trying to swing this in toward the keeper, Burnett. And headed away. Good work by Alex Bryant. Bryant, number 34, right in the middle of that defense. Fed ahead, popped up high, and opportunity and a chance for Labata to use that speed and height to put that up high. The flag's up for offside. They'll take the scoring chance away from Dominguez. And Burnett wants to play this quickly. No one there to play it to, so it's a throw-in now for the Mustangs.
Yeah, it's about 6 or 7 offsides now.
Those fullbacks very alert for Husson as to where the Mustangs forwards are. I've caught them offside on numerous occasions. A foul called to that far side. It's a Central Maine player down. Referee taking a casual walk over there. We see another card produced. It looks like we might. There's Dowd, who just got back up. The referee taking a jog over now, as you see. And there's a card or just a lecture for Oscar Burnson. It's like Burnson just gets a lecture for now.
Yeah. Took recess away.
And one of those is your last warning. Double secret probation, as they say at Faber College. Free kick toward the area. There's Burnett to rise and claim. Four keepers on this Husson team. Sam Cusson and Spencer Burnett. One's in uniform today. Alex Rechsteiner and Benjamin Powell, the other two keepers. They're not in uniform. Netto's got good speed, but it appears that, well, Dominguez had better speed, and Labata had a real good position on that. And there's Raimundo Labata turning away. He and Netto have been shoulder to shoulder a couple of times. Labata went down, and this could be trouble. It's a red card. He's off. Raimundo Labata has been sent off. I wonder if this game will continue much longer at this pace. The referee is trying mightily to get control of this contest. Labata's off. Where do we go from here? This contest was simmering, it boiled to bits, and now it is really boiled over. And the game has been called. The referee has called the game. I thought it might come to this, and it has. So we played about 5 minutes into the second half, and I kind of speculated and wondered about that in the first half. We see players getting sent off in this contest, and we even have this game finished, and the game has been abandoned. That's the first time I've seen that take place in any collegiate soccer game I've called. Actually, the person I feel the worst for is Spencer Burnett. He was the keeper that came in for Husson, who got 5 minutes of game action. Yeah. It's a long way to go for about 5 minutes. But that's, Rob Munzing is that. Husson guys will head back on the bus. And Central Maine will figure out a way to kind of move on to their contest on Saturday with Essex Community. Wow.
Well, stunned.
That's the one word for it. No, we'll be back tomorrow, and I'm guessing the game we'll see tomorrow will have a much different tenure and pitch to it.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that, Rob, because that's going to be a big one tomorrow. It's
These
league
teams,
game.
It's a league game, and the way those teams played last year, they played 3 times. each one at home, and then in the return contest here in the playoffs, SMCC came up here and avenged their loss up here in the regular season with a 1-0 victory in the play-in game in the YSCC to end the season for Central Maine. So it's a rivalry game, which until last year had been a one-sided rivalry.
Right, yes.
Central Maine had never beaten Southern Maine. They did last year. They came and won 3-1 here after losing 5-0 down in South Portland, and then a classic in that playoff game here, won by the visitors. So another great game tomorrow night. We're going to be in store for a very good contest whenever the Seawolves come to town. We'll have that kickoff for you at 6 p.m. tomorrow night.
Yeah, and it'll be a different tenor of a game for sure, Rob.
You can say that again.
Yeah,
I don't expect we'll see this kind of thing again in a while.
Well, as you said, you've really never seen this happen before.
I've seen yellow cards. I've seen red cards. I've seen a team finish with 9 men, but I've never seen a game abandoned as we have here tonight. So that'll do it for our broadcast. We'll be back in about 24 hours. For Rob Munzing, for our entire Munzing media crew, my name is Rob Kennedy saying so long. An abandoned contest ends 5 minutes into the second half with Husson leading the game 2-0. That'll be the final score. The Eagles with a victory over the Mustangs on Munzing Media.